Welcome to PA Timber Goose. Another beautiful fall day. Today is October 15th. This video will be about hiking the Old Loggers Path in Lycoming County. I have 4 days and 3 nights to hike the entire length of the trail, which is approximately 28 miles. Come along today and enjoy the fall colors and the beautiful vistas. As always, thanks for watching PA Timber Goose and coming along today on our hike. My cell phone is turned off. All I have on is my Garmin GPS Explorer. Friends and family can track my progress. You can see where I am. This should definitely be a very interesting hike. 27 to 28 miles. I found some conflicting stories of how long this is. We'll check the Garmin when we get back and see how many miles we actually walked. Definitely very cool in here. This was worth all the effort. Alright, let's stroll down here and try to absorb all this beauty. This actually looks like an old railroad bed here. All right, time for a climb. Here we go. I'm going to try to do 8 miles today. I'm either going to camp on an overlook or I'm going to camp by a stream. All the streams are full, so I really didn't need to bring a lot of extra water today. All right, going up. Here's our first sign of some past logging activity. We have a crosscut saw that looks like 2 of them are welded together. And this is a dog. They use this to flip a log over once it lands so the blade doesn't get pinched inside of the log. Still raining off and on me. That last section I walked uphill for about a mile. I think I'm on the top now. I believe the other side of this is going to get in. Here's our trail register. Let's fill out our register here. Hopefully there's a pen in here. Our trail register is full of water. Let's see what we got in the trail register. Yeah, this actually isn't a logbook. They want to know who's on the trail in case of emergency. I don't see anybody in here. Neat. I don't think anybody fills this out. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Today is October 15th. It is 11:30. Time 11:30 a.m. Name or number of people in group 1. PA Timber Goose. State PA, counterclockwise, entire section, and the color of my truck and where it's parked. Cool. I must be the only one that filled this out. There were 3 other vehicles in the parking lot. Let's put this back in the tube. Keep rolling down the trail here. Here comes the sun again. It rains on me for a little while, then the sun comes out. Back and forth. Here's the road here. It'd be cool if I could drive my truck up here. I'm not sure where this goes. The white, I'm not sure what that is. That might be State Camland's property line. And this would be a fairly easy walk. Nice road to walk down here. Hopefully that sun comes out and stays out. Stops raining on me. I've been cursed with rain the past 3 weekends. So it's about time for a break. spin you around here. Enjoy some solitude. Got a fork in the road. I got a blue left-hand arrow. The old loggers path is going to go straight. Crim Road Recreational Trailhead. Sharp Top Vista is one of the finest in the district. It can be accessed by snowmobiles and vehicles from John Merrill Road. Hikers and backpackers should also pass it along the old loggers path. State Forest Office, turn right on the parking lot, continues to Maston Road. Here's some beautiful snow. I hope we get some snow this year. I'll have to try to drive up that road another time. Make a video. Coming up there, I just have to find it. This area up here is very vast. There are a lot of roads up here. I just have to figure out where everything goes. Completely new territory for me. All right, I think we're going to go down there. Got some posted signs. Another cool little cabin. It says Little Sauk State Forest, Ellington Ridge Road. And this says Crim Road. It must be Crim Road right there. It must come out on the other side of the mountain there. I probably passed that coming up somewhere. Now we got an even easier walk down the road. This is even better. Now all we need is a cool overlook. Oh, loggers path to the left. Somebody's losing their clothes. Oh, women's clothes. There's a pile there. All right, let's hang a left here. Must be some cold hikers running through the woods with no clothes. Yeah, we're going to go down. It must be on the north side because it's very windy on this end. The first three hikers, they're all going clockwise. I am going counterclockwise. Hopefully there's a vista here somewhere. I need to get my fix of cool overlooks here. There's supposed to be a few on this trail. The sun is teasing me. It comes out, then it goes in, it comes out, and it goes in. I'm not giving up on it. We're supposed to have off and on showers all day Sunday, and all day Monday. Usually partly cloudy. I usually get rained on while I'm on trail. And then when I get off trail, the sun comes out. Somehow it's just not fair. I'm getting tormented by Mother Nature. Maybe she's trying to tell me something. I just haven't figured that out yet. We're going down now. You can see the blazes. It's very well maintained and marked. I'm making really good time today. Well, at least it's not snowing on me. If it was snowing, then I have the wrong clothing on for that. Although hiking in the snow is a lot of fun, you just have to bring heavier gear. I want to do some backpacking in the winter. If we get some snow this year, there'll be a few overnighters. All right, let's keep descending down here. Every time you go down, you know you're going back up the other side. So this is a very gradual descent. It's so beautiful in here. I can't believe how easy this trail is to hike. It's almost mind-boggling. Makes me not want to hike the AT anymore. Which would be fine by me. but this is a much longer drive. It took me 4 hours to drive here from Lancaster County, and I've crossed over at least 5 different trails, different color blazes. The one on the other side here is yellow. I passed the blue blaze trail and a few other colors. Let's find a cool spot here. Relax in some peace and quiet and listen to the forest. Make sure nothing's hiding under that log. Alright, let's take a break here. The maple there is almost iridescent. The color yellow is so pretty. There's a little bit of green in the middle, but the edges are iridescent yellow. It's so cool in here. Another gap in the mountains. I think there's a logging route here on the top. It's hard to tell what was in here. This was some of the timber company pulling their loads out, which it very well could be because it ends right there. They were probably pulling the logs down the mountain here, pulling them out down here. A lot of elevation gains and drops. The old loggers path really weaves its way through the landscape. Got a lot of water rolling down there. It's very noisy. If I can hear it all the way up here. Not sure how much rain we got. Last night the Susquehanna was really high. Here's a cool looking caterpillar. It's got little spines sticking out. Do not touch that caterpillar. It is toxic. He's just sitting there chilling out. Found an old whiskey jug back there where I took a lunch break. The bottom of it was broken off, but I don't think it was that old. It looked kind of new. Never know what you're going to find in the woods. Sometimes the most obvious things are right in front of you. Still beautiful in here. Take another pan around. You can hear that water rolling at the bottom. I'm sure that's dumping in the trout run somewhere along the line. My dots went back to orange. Only these two with the water crossing turned red. I'm guessing the paint peeled off of there. When they painted over the red dot, it probably didn't stick and it came off. There's some cool looking stuff there. Some kind of a fungus. You can tell that it looks like, some kind of a mushroom growing out of there. Almost looks like jello. Looks pretty odd on that log. Very cool. It looks cool down there. I'll have to check on the map when I stop. See what stream that is. It's crystal clear. Should be some native trout in there. My nemesis. Someday I will find the perfect native trout stream. That's my quest for next year. Catch some native trout. I have some new areas to check out in Potter County. The water coming off these rocks is really awesome too. That's so cool. Calling it a day. It's been a long day. I left the house this morning at 5 a.m. It took me about 4 hours to drive up here. And my Garmin GPS says 7.5 miles. Got a beautiful view here. Let's take a little panorama. Lots of color. You can see the bright yellow leaves over there as the sunlight hits it. Set up our hammock here. It'll take me a few minutes and then we'll be back. Up here I got a little bit of breeze, so it's going to be a cold night, but hopefully all my stuff will dry out. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. Got my Eno housefly tarp all set up. This time I have that side closed. And a little gap in there. This side is open, so I can crawl out it here. It's been raining on me all day off and on. And I'm on top of the hill now, so it's kind of windy. I wanted to get up above the stream down there because there's less moisture, and hopefully all my clothes will dry out. I should sleep good tonight with that water rolling down there. Let me take a look around here. Total miles for the day, 7.5, so I have 20 miles left. But I want to take my time through the old loggers path, enjoy this as much as I can. Hopefully the sun will be out more tomorrow than it was today. Tonight will be a real test of my my gear, see how warm I stay. I have my Sitka Gore-Tex vest on. I have my Gore-Tex rain jacket put over top of this. And then my Outdoor Vitals 850 fill power quilt. See how warm that keeps me. If I'm still cold, I can put my puffy jacket on. It's probably going to go down in the 30s tonight. So I'm not sure if I want to sit out here, make dinner, or sit under the tarp. It's raining just enough for it to be miserable. It is very cold. Crawl in my hut under here. It's amazing how much warmer it is under here. There we go. So beautiful in here. Got a bird's eye view of all the colors on the other side of the mountain. All the trees in front of me. I can see the water rolling at the bottom. Took a little while to climb up here. Here's my tasty meal. I got a cool meal with a view. Delicious. Hopefully no more clouds are going to come by and tinkle on me. I see some blue sky now. So peaceful here. It was a heck of a hike back here. The trail was beautiful till I got in between these two mountains. Then it turned into a goat path and I slid a few times. Didn't go over the edge, but landed in a mud puddle. Fell climbing up the side of this hill. Everything here is slippery and soaking wet. Got everything set up. Made dinner, made some coffee. Got a nice fire going. I gave up on my Blackbeard fire starters. They burn really well, but hand sanitizer works much better. And it's very easy to come by. Instead of carrying separate fire starters, you could have a multi-purpose liquid there. You could use it to clean your hands, disinfect cuts and blisters. Nice fire going. Here's the view I have from my campsite. I'm about 100 yards above the trail and the stream down at the bottom. Starting to get cloudy. Still on the north side of the mountain, so it's going to get dark in here early. It was raining on me off and on while I was setting up. And that's it for day one. We'll see you tomorrow morning on day number 2. Morning, another beautiful night. I had an owl singing to me early this morning. I think it was a long-eared owl. One last look at the campsite. Had the hammock and the tarp here. Been up since 6 o'clock. We're going to try to get an early start today. And we've got to fill up our water bottles. Stroll down the trail here. Hopefully we can find some wildlife. We've got quite a climb back down to the trail. See a shelter. Let's go take a look at it. Let's take a look at the map, figure out where we are. Let's go over here and check it out. See if anybody's home. Nope, nobody's here. This is nice. Here's our logbook. We'll fill that out. This is a really nice shelter in here. This is in a nice plastic container, unlike the other one. Got a couple of maps in here. What's this a map of? Oh, that one disintegrated. I don't know. Seems like part of it's missing. And maybe this is the other half. Here's a map of Pennsylvania. Got a pen that works. Titanium fire grill. I have one of these in my pack, but I have yet to pull it out. Ooh, there's a trail. Big old fish hook. Not sure what you're going to do with that. Got some water purification drops. 2 forks. Let's see if there's anything cool in here. Ah, 9722. Steve was here. New fresh ones. This one's a couple days old. Dear Diary, today was a squish squish womp womp kind of day. A magic troll gave us protein, gave us a portion before we fell into crossing New Bridge, womp womp. I think I almost saw Grandma campsite near Hillgrave Road. There's a hot chocolate sunrise waiting for you. Whoops. Shout out Ed. No idea what that means. His handwriting is even worse than mine, and it's missing a lot of punctuation. Don't know. Beautiful spot to lay over. Rained all day. First time hiking here with my dad for a birthday hike. Trip is amazing. I definitely recommend it. Arizona and Dad. Stewartstown, PA. Logbook's all filled out. Let's read my words of wit. Beautiful day to hike in the rain as I splash along singing in the rain. Talking to everyone willing to listen and bend an ear, rimming along the trail like a ghost. Here I am writing my words of wit. YouTubers are awesome. Check out my video, PA Timber Goose. Here's my $1 million bill. Another one hiding in the logbook on the trail. Alrighty, see if you can find this $1 million bill. You can let me know if you find it in the comments section. Put the logbook back. That was over there. Alright, time to head out on the trail. Catch some more raindrops. Hopefully the sun will come out today. This is a really cool shelter. Here's a cool find along the trail here. This looks like it's made out of iron. Some kind of really old steel. Kind of looks like something that you would drag a log out with. It has a hitch on here of some kind. And here, kind of riveted on there. You can tell it's old because it has giant rivets. There's your collar pin. And this is probably what you hooked onto to pull your. This is probably what you hooked onto to pull your timber out. Another cool find in the woods. Looks like the rain stopped now for a little bit. The overrun shelter was really cool. If I could have got there yesterday, I would have stayed in there. I could have let all my stuff dry out. A lot of times these trails get rerouted. Every time they move the trail, it becomes longer, just like the AT. The halfway point of the AT moves every year. Most of the trails underwater, you got a lot of rain Saturday. If you're wearing trail hikers, you're going to have wet, cold feet the entire time. My Gore-Tex boots were wet on the outside, but the inside's perfectly dry. I waterproofed them again before I came on this trip, and just the toe part of it is damp, but so far the inside is dry. This is pretty cool here. Beautiful in here. All big timber in here, big stuff. These are all poplars. These poplars look like they're about 30 or 40 years old. Still got some big cherry trees in here. Oak trees along this trail are very scarce. Alright, let's keep strolling down the trail. See what else we can find. This is porcupine damage right here. This is fresh. You must have just chewed on that the past couple of days. Porcupines, usually when they gnaw on a tree like that, it's usually in the top. They'll usually crawl all the way up to the top, and they go out on the limbs and they'll gnaw their way back to the base of the tree, all the way around, and then it usually kills the top of the tree, and then the tree usually dies. Pennsylvania introduced a fisher cat to help control the porcupine population, but it's not really having much effect on it. Fisher cats seem to be eating everything but the porcupines. That's an awesome trail marker, a TP. Make a left. Getting a little worried here. This is going right up the rock pile. There's an orange blaze there. I sure hope I'm not climbing up the side of that rock pile. I hope it goes around it. Let's see where this goes. Oh man, that was the worst one so far. Got some burning legs now, and we're still going up. Now we're to go up the edge here, follow the edge. We have to be on top of the mountain. Let's see how high up in the air I am. That's really cool looking. Look at that rock formation. Let's see down in there. Look at that. That's cool. Let's walk across here. See if we can get a better look at this. That was worth the climb up the side. This is really awesome. Look how high up in the air I am. You could probably walk down through there like a little maze. There's some ferns growing on top of that one. Well, it's awesome. All right, let's go back up on the trail. That is very beautiful. The colors. There's 29 windmills out there. It starts up here. It goes all the way down that ridge. There might be some more on the other side that I cannot see. It is so cool up here. It is so beautiful up here. It's just mind-boggling. I wonder how many people actually come up here and look at these overlooks. Really cool. Still going up. I think I walked around the top of the mountain. I think I was on the other side of the mountain on here. And I walked all the way around. And I looped all the way around to keep coming up the back side. So that only leaves me one place to go. This will probably go over to the top of the other side. And it'll probably at some point start to descend down. It's been a challenge walking the trail today. Boulder piles, swampy spots, rock climbs. But definitely worth the effort today. You can see how beautiful that is behind me. I hear some logging going on down there. That's the sound of a timber harvester. There's a white Ford F-350 sitting on that gas line. That is a familiar sound of some heavy duty power equipment. It must be logging in front of the mountain there. Bringing in another load of money from Lycoming County. No frackers, timber harvesters. Now we're going back down the mountain. According to my GPS map, we're going to descend back down off the top of the mountain into between two other mountains. Down off the mountain finally. That was quite a hike coming down here. As soon as I climbed up the other side, I knew I was on the ridge. I had to walk all the way across the top. And then the other side goes all the way to the bottom of the next mountain. So once I got off the top of the ridge, I've been going down for the past 2.25 miles. Finally, I'm over top of that mountain and I'm down in the bottom, and there's some water down here. Counterclockwise is the best way to go. If you go clockwise, you're going to have quite a climb to get over top of this mountain. There's no water. Once you leave this small stream here at the bottom, you have to climb all the way up for about 3 miles. Go over the top, across the ridge, and then down into the next valley, and then you'll have some water. They're doing some timber harvesting on the other side there. There's a gas line over there, and you can hear the equipment running. You can hear that big blade on the timber harvester sawing into the base of the tree, and then you can hear a crash when it picks it up and flips it over. There's a white Ford out on the gas line. I would have liked to seen him driving up that gas line. That was fairly steep. It's going to be a white knuckle ride going back down. Got some brave souls in the mountains. Not me. All right, there's the stream. It's really beautiful in here. Got over that mountain. That one doesn't look as hostile as the one on the other side. Let's throw down here a little bit further and we'll figure out how much further I need to go or what we're going to do for the night. Okay, there's the trail. Got an arrow going both directions. So that means that I have to climb back up there, go up on top of that mountain over there. I think I'm going to camp up top there. I have a water source, and that's all the further I'm going. Yeah, I'm not climbing another mountain today. And have another relaxing evening, listening to the flow of the stream at the bottom of the mountain. Last night was probably one of the best night's sleeps I've had in a very long time. It's so relaxing listening to that water running down there at the bottom. Scramble our way up to the top here. See what it looks like up there. Still raining. Got my tarp up just in time. The sun came out for about 30 minutes. Held everything up dry. Just sat down, started making dinner, and it cut loose again. It's supposed to rain all night. I'm always amazed every time the sun comes out, it just keeps raining. It doesn't get dark or cloudy. It just keeps on raining with the sun out. I've never figured that out. Seems like the mountains generate their own weather system. Potter County's no different. The last time we were up there it was nice and warm and sunny. And then the next morning we had 4 inches of snow. And then it rained for the next 3 or 4 days non-stop. Drove all the way home. Sun is out and it's warm at home, but Potter County it just keeps raining and snowing. Up here things are a little different. I think the mountains generate their own weather system. Right now the sun is shining, but the rain is still coming down. It's been raining for the past hour. Trying to make some dinner here, getting my stuff dried off. Everything's hanging up on my ridge line. My backpack hanging up over there, trying to dry that out. Everything is soaking wet again. Tomorrow's supposed to be partly cloudy. So maybe I'll get a chance to dry out tomorrow. Still a lovely hike though. I hiked 9.5 miles today. And I am right near the road. I think the road is on top of the hill here, about 100 yards away. Gonna be another peaceful night tonight. You can hear the water at the bottom here. Not quite as loud as it was last night. I passed 2 hikers today, and that was pretty much it. Nobody else on the trail but myself. It's definitely been a very interesting day today. A lot of climbing and descending. Only a few old logging roads to walk on today, so I had to enjoy them while the moment was there because I know it wouldn't last. We're going to call it a day. It's about 5 o'clock right now, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, day number 3 on Old Loggers Path. Had about another 10-hour rainstorm last night. Everything in here is extremely saturated, including myself. It's very beautiful up here. I'm between 2 mountains now. And I have to climb up over my last mountain and make my final leg of the Old Loggers Path. Had a few visitors last night. Had a fox or a coyote tiptoeing around camp. I heard a howl off on the ridge, so I'm not sure. Maybe it was a coyote. Great horned owl was on one ridge hooting for a little while this morning. And a little after dark, I had a long-eared owl on the other side. Finally, some wildlife. No other sightings of bear or deer. Not even a turkey. Still fairly quiet. All right, let's get back on trail. Start our climb up the other side of the mountain here. I heard a large tree fall in the dark last night. Couldn't tell where it came from, but I'm pretty sure this is it. It made one heck of a bang. There's a lot of dead trees in the woods, and took me a while to find a spot where I could hang my hammock and my tarp, where I didn't have any dead trees near me. And you always want to look above your head before you can stand up for the evening. Even though this spot looks awesome, it might not be the safest place to camp. This is definitely a hike everybody should experience, the Old Loggers Path. There's a lot of mountains to climb up and a lot of mountains to climb down. Probably the most important piece of my gear, my hiker boots. It's very slippery in here, and good ankle support is a must. Most of the hikers that I ran into back here, they're all fairly young. I think I'm the only old guy on trail. Tough old guy I am. I'm like a mountain goat with a white beard. Alright, we're still going down. My legs are still sore from coming down the other side of the mountain yesterday. I want to turn you off here till we get to another spot that looks really cool. Here's one of my favorite things I've learned to enjoy: logging road. I didn't like them at first, but it's a welcome break. Going through the parts that are now underwater from our storms last night. The old logging roads, at least they're dry and they're flat. It's very enjoyable to walk down these roads. Let's turn the camera around here. Show you some of the solitude. Very beautiful in here. Got the sun peeking between two mountains. Coming up. Do a little pan around. On another old road. It's just so cool in here. Met another hiker. He kind of came up behind me and scared me. Another young guy. It must be the only old guy on the trail. Total hiker count for the trip, 5. It's going to be a beautiful day today. Hopefully the sun will stay out. Dry out some of my stuff. The hiker I just talked to, he had a encounter with 2 porcupines. One of the porcupines came down the trail after him. That's kind of odd. Porcupines usually aren't very aggressive. They're very docile. And they usually run away and climb up a tree. Got these 2 poles, and Mr. Porcupine went the other way. I hear some robins in the background. A couple crows. I have a raven singing to me this morning. Ravens got to make the coolest sound I've ever heard. They can imitate almost anything in the forest that they hear. It's really nice up here. Got a nice view. Lots of big timber in there. As we stroll down the trail here. Here's some fresh deer sign on the trail. I've been seeing some tracks coming down these trails. This track here is really huge. You can see how big that is. There's no doubt in my mind that that's a giant buck. Still haven't seen any deer. Deer up here are very elusive, but that is definitely a huge buck track. There's some more iridescent leaves. As the sun hits them, they almost glow with color. Another road crossing. Let's see if it tells me what road we're on here. This is really cool here. You can see all the way up the valley, all the way around. Man, that's cool. Oh, jeez. That was wicked. Now I am awake. That was really cold. Let's sit on one of these logs over here. Try out a little bit. Can't say there's no adventure on the Old Loggers Pass, because there sure is. Sit over here on this log. Wow, that was some crazy stuff. I do not like wet feet. There was no way I was walking through there. Now, I gotta get my boots back on. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. Another cool view. It was up on top of that mountain. Walked all the way down that side. A lot of campers on this side. Here's a roadside find. Railroad spike. It'll be a souvenir for somebody. We'll leave this right here on this log for somebody. Alright. Let's see where the trail will take us now. Taking a break here. We are hiking up Sharpshin Mountain, and we're about 2 miles going up so far. Another hefty climb. No sounds of anything back here other than a few birds. Just the wind rustling through the leaves. Some iridescent leaves. Blue jay in the distance. Once in a while a raven will drift by and squawk at me. Other than that, total silence. Some people never experience total silence in their entire life. This is what it sounds like. Just sit back and soak it in. All right, Enough of my break. You got to get to the top of the mountain. Another awesome view. Look at that. You can see all the way across to the other side. All the reds down there and yellows. This is a pretty wild trail too. This looks like a goat path. You slide off of here, it's gonna hurt. It was quite a climb up that mountain. Now I'm going across the other side. Wow, look at that view. Breathtaking. I can see quite a few mountains over there. Now we have a road junction. 6 more miles to go. I'm at 4.2 miles right now. This is awesome in here. All the full colors. And the elevation that we're at. This is really cool. Alright. See you further down the trail. That is one awesome view. All these mountains, puffy clouds, different fall colors. Of course there's a gas well in the middle, right there where that white spot is. And then if you look over there, there's 4 tanks over there. That oil well is just humming away down there. So beautiful up here. This hike was definitely worth it. It is so beautiful on this side of the mountain. Morning, welcome back to PA Timber Ghost. Today is October 18th. This will be my last day on the old Loggers Path. Yesterday I climbed 2 mountains. I passed a swamp. I missed the shelter because there was no sign out there. The shelter was up at, I believe it was Sprawl Overlook. That was on top of the last mountain. It's another very chilly night. No critters. I heard a gunshot in the middle of the night. I think one of the locals is shooting at coyotes. Currently I'm about 200 yards away from Mill Road. And I think there's another road at the other end. The trail goes back. Sunlight is coming up. It's very chilly up here at night. And despite how cold it is, the inside of my tarp is always covered with mosquitoes. But fortunately none of them have bitten me. I hear some blue jays in the background. As far north as I am, I have not seen hardly any wildlife. Yesterday I did see a big doe out in a flat munching on some acorns and some astounding overlooks. Hopefully my camera caught all that. Come along today. This will be the last day on Old Loggers Path. And enjoy what's left of our hike. Lots of cool sounds. Raven over there is making all kinds of crazy noises. I think he's following me. Or I camped. He'd like to follow you along as you walk. I don't know why that is. Maybe they see you as a food source because you're going to leave something behind for them to eat. This area is pretty flat. I don't think there's any scenic overlooks in here. Gotta find another water source. Fill up my water bottles. I have one liter left. Because there'll be a little spring or something up here somewhere. There's water coming out of swamp up there, which I believe was Mill Creek. That looked really nasty. It was brown and foamy. Okay, let's keep moving down the trail here. Definitely see some odd things along the trail. This will be one of those times. Never seen a tree grow like that. It kind of goes up, down, back up. See if we can get a better look at it. It's definitely a crazy looking tree. Wonder how that bent over and grew like that. Kind of looks like an S. Native Americans, when they see a tree like that, they say that's one of their ancestors living in the forest. Time for some breakfast along the stream. Been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Can't sleep much longer than that. Tear camp down, pack everything up. Had a nice fire last night. I'll be getting up at 5 a.m. every day, packing my stuff up. As the week went along, that got easier. Got that down to about 10 minutes. I put up making fires out of wet wood. I had a good fire last night. That's the second one. The night before, I got my fire going. And the rain put my fire out, so that was the end of that. That was a long night. Last night I hung everything up on a tree behind the fire. And pretty much everything dried out, but one or two pieces of clothing. My tarp dried out really quick. I'm kind of disappointed in the Eno housefly tarp. It doesn't shed water that well. So that may be there may be a change there in the future. It works, but not the way that it should. It just doesn't like the rain. Pocket Rocket's been with me forever. This has never let me down. It's like a good woman. A good woman will treat you right and never let you down, ever. This will be my last breakfast on the trail. This is beef stew Trailtopia. It doesn't have a lot of calories in it. It has 270. A lot of the meals have 1,000 or more. This was about $8 instead of the usual 14 or 15 of most of the meals. Let's see how much water I need. I need 1.25 cups. Got a lot of bird life this morning. A lot of ravens and blue jays. Chickadees. Al gave me a big hoot this morning. Gave me a send-off, tell me goodbye. 1.5 cups. There we go. 1.5 cups of water. Today should be a very easy stretch. I got about 5 miles to the end. I'm looking forward to some of the food I have in the truck. I have an MRE in there, which is a spaghetti dinner. It has a heater in it. It tastes pretty good. The mountains up here are pretty big. First I like climbing up them, but they seem to keep getting bigger and bigger. So then I look forward to going down the other side. Most of the logging routes are only on the first section of the trail. Well, I've not seen a logging road for quite a while. There's a cool A-frame sitting at the edge of that swamp. And it's really neat looking. I don't know whose that is, but it's really cool. I like where it is. Looks like it's well taken care of too. He's got no camping signs all through there, which, you know, I don't blame him. See how many hikers they run into today. There was a lot of them down there at the water crossing. After I waded through that cold water, another hiker came up and said, hey, there's a bypass you could run up and around that instead of through it. But what the heck, you made a cool video. I figured I've never did a water crossing, so I went through it, and it was cold. A lot of young guys on the trail. It must be the oldest guy out here. I feel like Grandpa on the trail. It's very peaceful in here. Breakfast by the stream. I am very hungry. Definitely should have brought some more food. But I'm sure I dropped a few pounds in the past couple of days. It's really damp because the sun hasn't come out. Everything in here is still wet. Yep, only takes a few seconds with the pocket rocket. Definitely earned its name, the rocket. You can boil that water in seconds, especially with a titanium cup. Titanium transfers the heat really well. Burnt my finger. That's not good. All right. You can never understand why all the freeze-dried meal. I can never understand why all the freeze-dried meals, they got to give you such a giant envelope. It just takes up more room in your pack. They would make smaller ones like this. This is actually too small. Maybe a couple inches taller. You could squeeze more of these meals in your pack and save a lot of space and weight. Alright, we'll leave it sit here for a few minutes. We're going to take a stroll around and relax by the stream here. See what kind of interesting finds we can find. We'll be right back. Let's try out our Trailtopia. What's in here? We have potatoes, beef, carrots, mushrooms, corn, green beans, green bell peppers, and a beef gravy. Let's see what it tastes like. I don't see any beef gravy in there, but let's try it out. I could probably eat 3 of these right now. Not too bad. I don't see any gravy in here. I don't know what happened to that. But not bad. My normal breakfast this week consisted of a bar and 2 packs of cashews, and that was breakfast. Then another bar around 11 or 12 o'clock. That was my entire day's food. And then I would have a freeze-dried meal at the end of the day. Another beautiful view. Still going down. We haven't had any elevation gains yet today. Hopefully this hike will be all down. This is kind of slippery because there's a lot of rocks. And you're walking right on the edge because it kind of leans over that way. You don't want to slide over there. You're going to have quite a drop. I hear people down at the bottom. A couple dogs barking. Maybe there's a road at the bottom with a couple cabins. It's kind of annoying walking this side of the trail. It's leaning to the left. Here it's not exactly flat. Lots of roots, lots of rocks. No giant rocks, just little rocks. Just enough to be annoying. Luckily this trail's not underwater. I walked through quite a few mud holes this morning. It's going to take days for my boots to dry out. It's kind of cold putting wet boots on in the morning. You don't really warm up till you start moving. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this trail. Now we're going to hang a left. Follow the railroad bed. I had to be off that section. It's very slippery. I just kept rolling along in them little rocks, hoping I didn't slide off the edge. Here's another stream. Got water in it? A little bit. Must have been a bridge there. Wiped out the culvert. Another easy walk. Still very beautiful in here. It's amazing how much elevation you can gain or lose by going up and down the side of the mountain. Here's a buck scrape. See the track right here. You scrape it out and then they urinate in it. And then there's usually a branch up here they break off and lick, which is probably this one here. Not many deer up here. We're at the beginning of the rut. So the deer are getting very active, crossing back and forth on the highways. So from here till the end of November, got to be very mindful of what's crossing your path driving down the road and jumping off the side of the bank. Most people don't watch where they're driving. I'm always on high alert. I look for the eyes with that white tail moving. Alright, let's keep going down here. Eventually we should end up at a road and then walk the road back. And according to the map I have. Still got an awesome view. Here's some more deer sign. That is a very busy buck. There's a scrape there. There's one over here. This one's fresh. You can see all the dirt they dug out. There's another one there. That's 5 scrapes within a 100-yard distance. The only thing I haven't seen was a turkey. I saw a bear on the drive-in. Saw one lonely doe yesterday. All I need to see is a turkey. Let's take a look over the side here. We seem to be gaining elevation on the stream below. There's another road. Water must be on the other side. It must have been hiding behind the berm. Lots of roads up here. They seem to be everywhere. We'll be back in this area again for sure quite a few times to check this area out. I found a treasure along the railroad tracks. What is it? It is, looks like Tony the Tiger. A piece of tape sticking out the back. That there would be a doggy poo bag. Tony the Tiger. I'm going to put him back up in the tree. There we go. There's our treasure find along the railroad bed. Lots of treasured finds along this hike. Another buck scrape. Mr. Buck is busy. This was all done last night or this morning. That is really fresh. Doesn't have a looking branch broken off up here. Wonder how many more he's going to make before I leave the woods. There's another stream. This is the one that came down the valley that I followed coming down. That is really cool. It's like a 10-degree drop in temperature right here. Look at that. That is awesome. Water feature. I've never been in an area that had so many water features. Seems to be water everywhere up here. Oh, Loggers Path, back out on the road. Look at those cool hunting cabins. I like them. That's my dream. Hunting cabin in the mountains somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. I was looking pretty hard back there before the pandemic hit, and the prices for a mobile home went still with the price of a house, because everybody wanted their spot to escape to. I found one over by the trout hatchery in Potter County, over by the lumber mill museum, and it was pretty run down. We wanted a lot of money for it, about $40,000, and it needed a lot of work. Pretty much flatten the whole thing and start over. That definitely wasn't in the cards. I'm always looking for one, a hunting camp that's in pretty decent shape that nobody uses anymore, and it's a reasonable price, so I can make it live on even further with the family in the memories. There's a raven back there. Don't see many crows anymore. Mostly all ravens. This might be the end of my hike. Let's see if that's the bridge that I passed coming in. That's really cool looking. So beautiful. I must have said that a million times on this trip, but I can't stop saying that. It's just so awesome up here. I just have to figure out the road system and where everything goes. What's around here? There's supposed to be a ranger station around here somewhere, but I'm not sure where that is. There's a road closed sign. I don't know why that's closed. I guess I'm still going the right way. It's a much nicer day today. It's a lot drier. A few more cars on the road. I always wonder what it'll be like to live back in the mountains like this. Most people know each other. Different kind of community. Alright, smells good in here. Smells like a giant pine. Let's see how many cars are still here from when I pulled in. Yeah, looks like I'm the only one left. All of them have changed. Very nice day today. It smells so good in here. I have some final thoughts here in a moment. If you made it all the way through the video, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This is really a very exciting hike for me. I've been looking forward to this for quite a few years. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Thanks for coming along today on our hike on the Old Loggers Path. It's definitely very beautiful. It took me 3 nights and 4 days. It's approximately 27 miles, and you get quite a workout going up and down the mountains. Some of these mountains are very steep, and it was recommended to me to go counterclockwise. And now I understand why, because of the elevation gains on some of the mountains. If you go counterclockwise, it's a much easier route. It's very scenic. Most of the overlooks are towards the end. At about around 15 or 20 miles, you'll see a lot of the overlooks. Definitely a lot of fall colors, a lot of streams, a lot of places that get water. These climbs up are very strenuous. I was drinking about 3 liters of water a day. And very beautiful. Got rained on 2 days. Finally took me to today to dry all my stuff out. I built a nice fire last night, hung everything up, and everything dried out. Definitely light my pack. Bring some good rain gear. Bring some hikers. Stay away from the trail hikers. That trail is very hard on your feet. There's a lot of rocks. It's very slippery, especially going down and up. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. You hung in till the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. Hit that subscribe button to help my channel grow. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for coming along on the Old Loggers Path. So beautiful. Breathtaking. That view actually makes this entire trip worth it. I can still hear the water at the bottom. So beautiful. So recharging to come up here. Just let the world slip away. Recharge your battery. This will always be with you, and somewhere in the back of your mind how beautiful it is up here. You're having a bad day at work, other things going on in life, this will always be with you. So awesome.